So you've had a little bit of a break since your last game. I mean, in terms of you didn't play and then bounced back 2 days later and play. So, given the extra time of prep, what have you liked? Have you made some progress in the last few days?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. LA's a little banged up, so she's been missed a little bit of practice time. I expect her to be okay tomorrow. But you just keep taking players on and off, and key moving parts that aren't with us right now, and sometimes don't practice with us. It's just I want to say we're making progress. I don't know that it always appears that way because you take some really great players off the court, so who knows how that looks. But I think the only thing that I can really count on and hope for is that we're having to play multiple positions. Our players are having to stretch themselves, and we can play really small. We have to at times with our foul trouble and things like that, and rest. So we're just getting maximum reps and opportunities to grow in those areas that if we had Lauren, if we had Alex, we wouldn't be spending as much time on that. And long term, the hopeful thing is that we're really versatile when we finish this season, and at the end of the season we can play a lot of different ways, and it won't be unfamiliar to us. So but it's still hard. I mean, being down players and not being able to practice exactly the way we want is a difficult thing right now.
Right. Can you update us the injury status where you're at long term with the other two girls?
Well, it's not day to day, but it's a little bit of ways before we'll have Lauren back fairly quickly. Um, her progress is going pretty good. She's starting to get back on the court, so excited about that. And Alex is just going to be probably a little bit later, a couple of weeks at least. So, it'll turn at some point, and at least getting them starting to get back on the court is a good thing. So, looking forward to that.
You know, you got a bunch of easy games coming up, don't you? I mean, it doesn't get any easier, does it?
Yeah,
Oh
you know,
my.
probably wish I hadn't done this, but you make your schedule a year in advance. What can you do? Um, and you know, Uh, losing Alex, I think really affected our just how we could play and some of in some of the games. So again, all you look at it for is, at least at this point, is just to say we got to be playing great basketball in January and February, and we want to be healthy then. So if we take the hits right now, I think that's okay. As long as the team can keep its morale, um, and conviction and effort. That's the one thing that I loved about us against Stanford. We really put in a great effort. We really, rebounded with a very good team. We kept them out of transition, which is a big step for us because we've given up a lot of transition baskets. There were a lot of things to be happy about in that game. And so, though, and I keep saying to the team, those are in our control. Some of those things are in our control. We can't control the injury. Sometimes you can't even control if the ball's going to go in the basket, but you can control some of those things, that as far as not getting out rebounded by 20 and some of the things that were happening to us early in the season. So we got to really rely on that. And then I just hope and think and believe that our team's going to get better on the offensive end, and we're going to move the ball better, and we're going to get great shots, and we're going to knock them down.
Even with the injuries, playing quality opponents like you're going to be that you have played and that you're going to continue to play, that just has to help long term, doesn't it?
Well, I want it to. I want it to. I mean, it won't help my net if we don't win a game. It won't help some of that look. But again, it's all about, can you keep your kids confident? Do they
Right.
believe the system? Do they feel like they're stepping up and toe to toe with some of these really good teams? And can we continue to compete with some of these, quite frankly, bigger, stronger, longer, faster, some of the better, some of the most talented teams in the country? Can we play toe to toe with them, and put ourselves in position to, win some of these games? And I think we were further off at the start of the season, and I think we're getting closer to be able to get a win. But yeah, it's not going to be easier because of the teams that we're playing. And again, I think this team, I just love their competitiveness. I really do believe that they love the opportunity and they love the challenge of playing these great teams. I think that's why they came here. And so we got to just make them believe that we're getting better and this is what you signed up for and don't back down.
I know we're not going to be able to talk to you for a couple of weeks, so I want to look ahead to the holiday tournament that you're going to be at. Did you have an idea that you're going to maybe have LSU on the schedule?
Now you never know what they're going to do in
Yeah,
those tournaments. There's three tournaments going on, and Oregon State's in one of them, so we clearly weren't going to be in that one. I think Vanderbilt's in theirs. There's one that's I feel like a little less than what we might be facing. So you sign up for those things again a year in advance, and you assume that you're going to play really quality opponents, and we always have. And um, but again, at this point, we just have to take them one game at a time and see if we can get a win and try to keep getting better.
how well do you know Kim Mulkey? Do you know her?
Yeah, we go a long way back.
Mhm.
Played against each other a little bit in college. She was a couple of years older than me. Um, coached in the Big 12 to against each other when she was at Baylor for a lot of
Right.
years. Clearly on the road recruiting. I think we were roommates way back in the '84 Olympics when I was at the trial and at the Olympic Training Center. We were roommates for about a week or 10 days or something like that during the trial. So definitely um, know each other, somewhat, but I wouldn't say we're super close or, great
Yeah,
friends way, but certainly have a ton of respect for her and what she's accomplished everywhere she's been.
sure. Thank you. Thanks, Kamie.
All right, Greg, thank you.